Welcome to the webinar, Unintentionally Vulnerable to Bulletproof Protected. You've taken the first step that most people never do. Hi, I'm Akash. If you made it here, you're already ahead of the game. This isn't about ticking boxes, it's about protecting your family from chaos. Is this you? You've got some things in place, but you're not sure if they work together. You've been meaning to sort it, but haven't had the time. You want peace of mind knowing your family would be okay. You're ready to commit to getting it done once and for all. Most people either have started the process or have put it off entirely. This is for you if you want to get it done right once and for all. Let's be honest, who this is not for. You're just looking for the cheapest option, not the right one. This is a tick box exercise for you, and you want to get it done as quickly as possible without taking the time to get it done properly. You've convinced yourself you will start it at some point. You're great at starting things, but not so great at finishing them. You've convinced yourself you're too busy to protect your family. And finally, you say legacy matters, but treat it like a side project. I just want to be very clear from the beginning. So what are you going to learn today? The most common protection misconceptions, the protection gap and why it matters to you, why a stack of papers don't cut it, what you really need to have peace of mind, and what a real plan looks like. You'll leave knowing what a real protection ecosystem looks like and what you can do to put it in place. How you're going to feel afterwards? You'll know your family is protected. Every document talks to the next. You've got clarity, not clutter. It's not just about information, it's about confidence. Why do I care? In 2006, my father had not one but two strokes followed by a heart attack and soon passed away with a heart attack. What made that time, which was difficult, even worse, is firstly he didn't have power of attorney. So those of you who don't know, a power of attorney is a document that allows someone that you've nominated the ability to make decisions on your behalf if you have been incapacitated. So my father couldn't lift his arm because he was incapacitated. The left-hand side of his body wouldn't work. Because of that, we could not access his bank accounts because we did not have power of attorney. We could not also make decisions to bring him closer to home. My dad didn't have a will. That meant cousins whom we'd grown up with contested distribution of my dad's assets, and we had to fight them in court. Finally, my dad had life insurance, but he didn't have enough. Ultimately, meaning my mum had to pick up a £300,000 mortgage. How do clients feel once they've worked with us and got everything in place? Let's listen to what they have to say.
It's one less stress for me because it was always on the back of my mind that I should be doing this, I should be getting all these bits in place, and it was nice to see the product and have it all in one place, so it's one person we're dealing with to get it all sorted for you.
I think it's peace of mind. That's the main thing. When you have this in place and you put the effort in initially to put it into place, then you don't have to worry about it. And now we know that if there ever was a requirement for it, that we're protected.
At this moment, where we are, we feel that sort of comfort and that sort of peace of mind, if you like, you know.
I have peace in my mind that I have everything in place. If something happens to me, there's everything in place. They can open a black box.
That was real families, real stories. Now let's get into it. If you've ever said you've got life insurance or I've written a will, the next part is for you. These are the most common misconceptions that I see. Firstly, do I really need all of this? It's almost always fine until it's needed, and then you discover one thing says the insurance should say another, new LPA is registered. When was the last time you checked to make sure it was coherent and up to date? So do I really need this? The answer is, what if the unexpected happens? The second is, I've sorted most of this, I'm probably fine. It's all fine until you need it. Thinking you've got it done when you haven't is probably the biggest pain that your family can face. Now will leave them facing emotional consequences, even if only just one piece is missing. So you're probably fine, but what if I'm not? Everything is in my email or in a drawer. They'll find it. When I do client reviews, I have clients that struggle finding policies and documents in their own email. How are family members going to find it when they don't even have access? I did a will years ago, so I'm sorted. The reality is marriage invalidates wills. New children, properties or assets won't be included unless your will has been updated. DIY wills save money, don't they? Reality is £30 templates without proper joined up advice can cost your family thousands. I've had many families had to redo their will because they didn't have proper advice. My life insurance will cover everything. The reality is only 6% of UK life insurance policies are written into trust. 94% face probate and tax delays. Everything will just go to my partner and kids. The reality is it's not guaranteed, especially if you're unmarried or blended families or you have not written a will. Power of attorney, that's for later, right? The truth is, later might never come. One stroke, one accident, and your family will watch helplessly as your accounts freeze, strangers make decisions about your care. The executor will know what to do. Reality, executors often don't even know they've been chosen, and families wait 6 to 12 months for access. It's just a few forms. I'll do it when I have time though. So this is the final one, number 10. This is the one I get with most clients. We get it, you're busy. And you're going to get to it when you can. But the truth is, you will never have enough time. Life will always get in the way. And you don't want to be in a position where later might never come. So, what most people think protection looks like. If you've got a will, some insurance, maybe power of attorney, you probably think you're sorted. But let me show you why most families who've done all of that may still not be protected. Let's go through the protection gap by the numbers. 1 in 6 people, only 1 in 6 people have a valid will. 65% have no life insurance whatsoever. 80% have no power of attorney. Only 6% of life insurance policies are written to trust. And 73% of families struggle to access documents when someone dies. That's a staggering amount. All of this can be resolved in a much, much better solution. The devil is in the detail. Wills that name the wrong executor or outdated beneficiaries. Insurance policies not in trust, which leads to payout delays, stress and tax. Power of attorney set up but never registered. Spouse assumes access to money but the banks say no. The real cost of getting it wrong is legal fees, money that you have to spend at the time, delays when you need it most, stress during a difficult time, and just increasing family conflict. The cost for us at our time, we had to spend £2,000 trying to get access to my dad's bank account, £50,000 fighting our cousins in court, and my mum had to take on £300,000 mortgage. That is a total of £352,000. That's just the finance cost for us. Don't be in that situation. And let's talk about the false sense of security and the 3 levels of protection now. So the first is where you've got nothing. Should anything happen to you, you'll be chucked onto the street with just a shirt on your back and you're exposed, right? Anything can happen. The second is where the false sense of security, which is even worse, where you think you've got 1 or 2 documents and you're safe. That is the worst one, because when you need it most, if it doesn't work for you, it's a complete disaster. But what we try to help our clients get to is you're in a castle with your GPS and you know everything is safe and secure. Your family knows what to do when the time comes. Protection, true protection, is when everything talks to everything else and your family doesn't have to figure out when they're grieving. The will says the same thing as your insurance, life insurance policy and trust. You have your GPS in place. So you're starting to realize at this point, I've done some bits, but I don't know if it all works together. I'm not sure if my partner or kids would even know where to start. I thought my will would cover it all. You don't know what you don't know until it's too late. That's why you're here. Are you just stacking paper? Most people have a stack of documents, not a plan. Most people come to me with this: a will in the drawer, life insurance with a provider they've forgotten, maybe a power of attorney that was never registered. That's not a plan, that's just paperwork. You might have everything and still have nothing that works, and this is what unintentionally vulnerable looks like. Documents don't talk to each other, life insurance not in trust, power of attorney that's not shared. You might have everything and still have nothing that works when it truly matters. Instead of scattered paperwork, imagine one joined up system where your will reflects your insurance, your attorneys know exactly what to do, and your family can focus on grieving, not guessing. The will says the same thing as your life insurance. Life insurance is structured properly, considered against your real life needs and placed into trust where needed. Power of attorney set up correctly and registered with the Office of Public Guardian. Documents collated in an easy to find manner, and a clear plan made with your family. Don't have a stack of paperwork, have a real plan with a black box ecosystem. But according to statistics, most families never make this leap because no one joins up for them, because they don't know what to do, because they think it's too late or too confusing or too expensive. That's why we built a different way. Not more documents, but something that finally brings it all together. We want to help you go from the false sense of security to your GPS castle. So let's just recap what we've just seen. You've seen why so many people think they're protected but aren't. And you've seen what true joined up protection actually looks like. Why life insurance, wills and power of attorney often fail when it matters most. The hidden gaps that make you unintentionally vulnerable, and the difference between paperwork and a real protection. If you walk away from this, what could happen? Potential probate delays, tax that could have been avoided, family conflict, locked accounts, frozen assets, your children in limbo. Let's be clear. If you do nothing, nothing changes. Your paperwork stays scattered, the risk stays high, and your family pays the price, financially and emotionally, which is exactly what happened to me, and why I don't want you to make the same mistake. But you're here for a reason. You've already done more than most, and you know that your family deserves peace, not paperwork. I want you to be the person who finally gets this sorted. I want you to be able to sleep at night knowing if something happened, your family would be okay. No court battles, no guessing, no games, just peace of mind. Now we are offering 5 one-to-one slots, which I've asked one of my team members to unlock. What you'll get in that call is a one-to-one roadmap call. Review what you've got already, identify gaps, map out a personalized plan. We've opened up a handful of slots this week. It's a short, focused call and we'll help you get there. What to do now? If you want to take action, if you want to go from the false insecurity to fully protected, click on the link below, click on the time that suits you, complete the application form, and that is it. We will see you on the call. But when you click on the application, please make sure you complete the application. Otherwise, we'll have to release that slot and offer it out to other people. If you want to take action, you've been meaning to do it, this is your opportunity to finally get it done. I look forward to seeing you on the call.